Proud to be an Indian citizen celebrating 77 years of independence. And like always, we had the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi give a commendable speech at the Red Fort. But we, the youth of this country, have questions, several questions that we want to ask. Honorable Prime Minister, you spoke about being freed as a country from instability, uncertainty and compulsion that trapped us for 30 years. How certain is my future when it comes to earning a decent livelihood? As a youth of this country, I want to ask you, how stable is my existence without having to prove my identity? As a youth of this country, can I live without the compulsion of having to prove that I'm an Indian citizen regardless of my faith?
The message of our Prime Minister Modi in Independence Day speech focused a lot on youth. Or so I hear, since that his speech was in Hindi and I understand Zilch. Maybe he focused on the Hindi-speaking youth. However, one brings up youth to talk about the potential, growth and future. But the youth of this country might not be feeling the same level of excitement as our PM, since the unemployment rate in the urban areas is 10%. Recent studies indicate that Indian youth are more and more depressed. The prevalence rate of depression among the youth is at 31% to 57%. And one of the major reasons for this increase is the pressure to succeed so that one can land a decent job and earn a decent wage in a country that is known for increasing unemployment rate.
Honorable Prime Minister, as a citizen, I understand and I'm happy that you have strengthened our international relationships. But my question to you is India ready for it? Honorable Prime Minister, I will definitely agree that one sector exports have definitely been increased. That is talent export. We are exporting a lot of talent to other countries. And you have successfully managed to market the talent outside India. But did you manage to create equal number of opportunities in India for the youth? But in your speech, when you said there are enough amount of opportunities in India, I believe you. In fact, the youth will believe you because we are unemployed and free. We can listen to all of that.
Honorable Prime Minister, you speak of unity, of ekta, very easy words to add in speeches, no? But are you truly uniting the people of this country? India, whose very fabric is diversity and secularity, is shredding apart thread by thread with every incident of communal hate. 1,000 years of subjugation and India is still slave to communal divide. I wonder who is keeping that burning flame of hate alive.
The speech, which lasted for more than 90 minutes, sounded more like an attack on the opposition than an independent speech. It set the tone for the upcoming elections. It is people who do Parivarvad versus people who consider everybody Parivarjan. Bharat can once again become the golden bird, he says, if not for a few obstacles. We all know what he means when he says obstacles. He created a narrative of diversity, democracy and demography versus appeasement, corruption and nepotism.
Dear Honorable Prime Minister, last day in your speech, you mentioned about sports world evolving by the power of youth in our country. Yes, I'm very glad to hear about that. But why haven't you recognized the wrestlers who are protesting on the roads from past few months? They are also from small tier cities. They also got medals to our country. They also made a recognition for our country in international level. But why haven't you talked about anything about them? Where is the recognition for them? And I have one last question, Honorable Prime Minister. When you address the people of the nation as Deshvasiyo, who are you addressing it to? Deshvasiyo are the people who live in the country. Do you mean that, or are you saying it to one particular set of the country?
Honorable Prime Minister, you did mention the country's greatest strength is trust. Trust in each individual, trust in the government, and overall world's faith in the country. My question to you is, instead of talking about how other nations trust us, perhaps start on establishing trust with your own people.
Our dear Prime Minister is in pro mode to get things as he expects. But let me ask you a question. Manipur is burning. Women were raped. Women were even paraded naked after a gang rape. And even the Manipuri students couldn't complete their education and they are finding other states help to get their studies done. And you are telling you have a huge trust in the youth and we are fortunate? What do you mean? Please explain to us. We, the youth, are listening to you.
One last question to you, Honorable Prime Minister, is, after all this, do you really think the Red Fort is the platform for you to pitch yourself as the Prime Minister for another term?